Hi friends, welcome back to Mark's Speed Shop. This little video is it's a few things, a few video clips that I did this past week that I didn't really have room to put into my regular video. But I didn't want to waste them, so I thought I'd go ahead and put a little video together, a little extra video, just 2 or 3 of the different cars and a few of my thoughts. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Other brake line in the truck here. Kind of remind me to put that thing on there. There's that decal. Remember I put this in here a while back, so I'm gonna turn it over so it don't fade, because it might take me a while to get to it. Well, there it is. But put the brake line in there, it will help remind me. Got to get these brakes fixed just so I can run it around here, because I do want to take it in and do my painting on it. Alright, let's get back to it. Well, at least this thing's sitting up a little bit better. I think both of these front wheels need new valve stems on. I had trouble with them a while back and ended up getting some other ones that didn't fit well. They're kind of the racing ones that bolt in, and they weren't really for these wheels. They were a little too big. I had to trim down on the rubber a little bit, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I got them in and they work, but they do leak down. But that's a minor issue with that. This is what I want to put that 327 in. I want to build the 327, put them in. That's why I got the 307 donor engine for the crank and rods and all that. This is the one that the 350 came out of, but I pulled it out because I was going to do a little bit to it, put aluminum heads and all on it, and put it back. And then found out the 6-cylinder block was cracked in the pickup, and decided to just go all back and put that 350 in there and build the 327 for this. So this is going to be coming up pretty soon. I got to move it some too. You never want them to sit in the same spot on the tires. It's bad enough the tires just sitting outside, they'll dry rot quick. But if you leave them sitting in one spot, they'll start dry rotting and coming apart where the pressure's on them. So at least move them around a little bit every now and then. Now this looks like the tire's holding up. Remember, I only put about 20 pounds of pressure in this one, so that's why it looks a little low. But that inner tube is holding up just fine. I think it's going to be all right for a while. All I want to do is hold it up. Now, I still need to take it off sometime and try to get that brake unlocked. And I probably will do a will it run on this. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. But I got thinking about it after I pulled with it, this tire, it leaks down a little bit, but I think mostly it's sitting down in the hole that the other one was. But I might want to do a little bit to this car eventually. A little bit here and a little bit there. Y'all know me. Every little bit you do, get you one step closer. But I think what I'm going to do sometime this year is I'm going to do the clear coat on it. I'm going to do the wipe on clear coat patina preserver, because this car would need a ton of work to fix it up real slick. But it's got a right unique patina on it. So I think I'd like to do that. At least if nothing else, that would help preserve it until I decide what to do with it. You know, if I fixed it or if I sold it and somebody else fixed it. I do have title of this car. Now, part of what's pretty cool is this kind of cream on top here that you see everywhere. That's the original color. And then you see some primer. And then the bottom, it looks gray. And that a lot of that could be another coat of primer, but most likely what it was the blue. Because this car, they repainted it blue. Good Lord, who knows, 40 years ago? They painted it blue. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they put a little oil on them hinges. Let's see, here's the blue they cut it in. And see, they didn't even cut it in all the way on the back. They might have cut it in a little bit, but the car was blue. It was pretty. I got a picture of it. Felt like I got it from gave me. Looked like it's kind of hit and miss under here, but I think they just wanted it to match when they raised the hood and all that. But we'd like to do a little will it run and see if the transmission works. I don't know why they parked it. So, but I do want to do the patina preserver on it, the clear coat. Because this ain't gonna have too many more years. It ain't gonna be as solid as it is. I think it's got kind of a pretty patina, ugly patina, whatever you want to call it. Unique. But it would take a whole lot to fix it. It's got little dents and dings everywhere and rust, a little bit of rust everywhere. But other than that, I mean, it really seems to be a fairly solid car underneath and all that. They'd probably be going to at least get running and preserve the body. Be kind of neat. Now, I did look under it the other day, and I was hoping it had a 8 3/4 rear end up under it, but it doesn't. It's got 8 1/4. I don't know what year they went to that. I know 68, even small block cars would have come with 8 3/4. My white 66 Plymouth is a 318 poly 2-barrel, and it's got a 727 automatic and 8 3/4 rear end, just like a big block car would. Now, I haven't been able to get up under this one to look. This is a 68 Satellite. It should have 8 3/4 under it, but this is a 3-to-3 2-barrel car, and it's got like a 318 or 360 sitting in it now. So if they changed all that, hopefully they didn't change the rear end, but you never know. You never know what people might do. But I'm thinking seriously about big blocking my granny car. If I do that, I need 8 3/4 to put under that. But I'll talk more about that later on. Now, look, just another little update on the Roadrunner here. If you watched my video before, well, let me tell you this. Here's that hood I had on it in some of those pictures if you watched it. This is actually a plastic hood scoop. And the one I got for the Charger's fiberglass. But there's the old Satellite hood, and he tried to save that as much as possible too, but it's been sitting out here for, years. But, of course, I got the factory hood back on this. And I got the little scoops for it sitting in there in the paint booth. But I went ahead and ordered a wire harness for it. I kind of wanted to go back with the stock, but I didn't, because I went with the painless. But I did do the classic car series. It's basically a universal, but it's universal Mopar. So it's all color coded. All the wires will be color coded, and they're already laid out the lengths you need them. You know, you might have to trim one here and there. Like if it was small block, you trim the wires for the distributor to the back. Big blocks and come up and come to the front. Things like that. But basically, it's all laid out, bunched up and laid out. And you do away with this bulkhead connector, which is a big problem with Mopars. That's part of the problem you have. But it's supposed to come with a little plate, like a little plastic cover, that snaps in there, and probably the other wiring harness goes through it, so it'll look pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about that. So that means we'll get on this sometime. I need to get it inside, but we'll get on this and wire it up. Once we wire it up, I'll be ready to do a whole lot more. I know I got mess everywhere, junk everywhere, stuff everywhere, whatever you want to call it. But this is the 383 30 over Roadrunner engine. This is the one was in. It's got a big cam. It's been balanced and blueprinted. 30 over forged pistons. Look at that. Look at that deck height. I mean, man. Fly cut. They don't come like that. They were custom fly cut by the builder. This engine was running. I mean, it was running. There's nothing wrong with it. It was just, when you come out of the hole and you get it to bite, it would drop the oil pressure back. Not to zero. It'd drop it back to about 20 or 25. But it shouldn't do that. So I'm thinking that's probably bearings. And so I pulled it out years ago so I wouldn't, mess it up. And I was just going to freshen it up and put it back, and that was 20 years ago. So anyway. I need to check the numbers on this. I would about bet you dollars to donuts that this is the original engine for that car. It would not surprise me. But even if it's not, this is the one that was in it in the 70s and was built. And I got the 4-speed and the blow-proof bell housing and everything on it. If you watched the other video of the Roadrunner, you saw this engine in the car. With the Moroso valve covers and all. Still got all that over here on the shelf, buried under a bunch of junk. Back over there. Believe it or not, that 4-speed is over here. The blow-proof bell housings over here, the heads, all the stuff. A lot of the stuff you can see on this down here. That's all Roadrunner stuff. Intake, and I gotta repaint them pulleys. Stuff like that. All that's Roadrunner stuff. And it goes all the way across on them shelves. So we're gonna get to it. And of course, here's the 307 donor engine. I still gotta finish taking the head off and disassembling that to get the crank and rods out to put in the 327 over here. Kind of got a lot of stuff to do. That's one reason I think I'm gonna, there's the 318 that came out of the 73 Charger. That's why I've mentioned it before, but I think I'm gonna, near the end of the year, I'm gonna do a website. And like I said, I'm gonna have a few trinkets for sale, decals and hats and maybe some t-shirts or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and list some of the cars, probably just 2 or 3 to begin with, on the website. For sale. Not because I don't like them anymore or I don't want to fix them, but like I said before, time is short. Time is the big thing. Money is the second big thing, to getting stuff done. But I ain't gonna be able to fix everything I got. So I'm gonna keep most of what I got. But I am gonna try to thin the herd a little bit and take a little bit of the money I can get from that and do a little more something like this. Put more money into the Roadrunner, so I really need to get that fixed. Subscribe, and when I put out the website, I'll be sure to let you know. Don't you worry about that. And y'all can go to it and see what I do have for sale, and if you decide you might want a hat or a decal or something, I'll have it where you can get them. So I'll thank you in advance for any of your support. I thank you for supporting the channel anyway. You watch, like, share, comment, whatever. That's supporting, and I really appreciate it. So now, let's get back to work. One more thing while we're at it. I got some new designs on my direct-to-fabric transfers I put on some of these t-shirts. This is one of them, a little one. I wanted to show you. You can see it. Me and the Roadrunner, which I hope to be getting on back on soon. Some of my shirts I get printed, like at Vistaprint. That's where most of them were. But I've started using Queensboro. That's in North Carolina. That's where I get my work shirts with the embroidery on. Really nice. I really like those. They're my favorite. Hats. This hat came from Vistaprint, and it's embroidered. So, you know, I get different things. But this shirt I bought at Walmart, the Wrangler shirt. No endorsements there. But, and I get these iron-ons. That's what we always call them, iron-ons. But they're transfers. So I'm going to be offering some shirts on the website later. As soon as I get it up and get it going. But I've really got that on my mind. I want to do that. I'm thinking about which cars I'd like to put on there to get started. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for your support. All right. Well, if you watched my latest regular video, you saw me fix this tire. It had a little nail in it. It had been slow leaking for a long time. Then it started speeding up a little bit more. So I was putting air in it a couple times a week. And I decided to go ahead and pull it off and fix it. And that's in the regular video. I plugged it and it seems to be all right. We're talking about ordering a crate engine for Laura's car here. I don't know exactly what's going on with it. I don't think it's that bad, but it could be a head gasket. It could be something wrong with the head or something. It's got about 185,000 on it. So we're thinking about just going ahead and getting a crate engine and swapping it over, putting it in. I'm thinking right now we're looking into a Ford, replacement engine. Seems to be fairly affordable, so we're looking into that. We're looking at all kinds of options, but trying to get this one straight. The car is in great shape. It's got some miles on it, but I mean it's just in great shape. So we want to fix it, keep it going. Like I said, I just painted it the other year, about a year or so ago, less than 2 years ago. And the car is in really good shape. It's been a really good car. So we're gonna fix her and keep her. And I want it to be real reliable for Laura. So more to come on this one. Now with these two cars here, I don't want to get rid of my granny car. I love that. My dad gave me that years ago. But this VIP, I really like it. I've always liked it. But I've got, like I've mentioned before, I've got so many I want to fix. And I'm running out of time. And I don't have the money to just hire some people and just jump on 4 or 5 cars at a time and try to get them all done. So I got to face reality. So I'm thinking very seriously, this might be one of the ones I put up for sale. 68 VIP. I really like it, but I can't fix them all. And I'm not getting rid of my granny car. And I'm thinking very seriously. I've thought it a time or two before. This engine's got to come out anyway, because this one where it wiped the cam out. It's still running now, it'll run, but it wiped the cam out. So it really needs to be torn apart and gone through, cleaned up. Hopefully nothing's bad on it, but it could be. Some trash might have got in. It needs to be cleaned up and done and put a new cam in it. Well, it's a 440. It's kind of hopped up 440. So I'm thinking very seriously of taking this engine, maybe the 727 with it, and big blocking the granny car. Now, I do need to change the rear end in the granny car. It's 8 1/4. I would like to put 8 3/4 in it. So I would end up having to change the whole running gear, drive shaft and everything. But I'm thinking very serious about it. So if I do that, this one right here might go up for sale as a rolling chassis. But we'll see. We'll see when that gets here. But that's just a thought. Now, I do have some paint. I bought some paint. It's not exactly the factory color. I got a yellow. It's not a factory type paint. It's an aftermarket, off the shelf kind of thing. But I got some white also. And I was thinking I could take that yellow and tone it down with a little bit of white and make it a little more of a cream. This is actually some kind of non-metallic light gold or something. I don't know what exactly they call it. But it looks mighty cream to me, you know? So I believe I could get something looking pretty close and go ahead and paint the car. I might do that. It'd be good video and good stuff. The car's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple little places that need to be touched up and fixed. But other than that, it would be ready for paint. And it might bring $1 or $2 more if it has some paint on it. Y'all let me know. Send me some comments if you would. Do you think if I sold the car, whether I take the engine out or keep engine or let another engine go with it or whatever, do you think I should get the paint close to the factory color and go ahead and paint it, or sell it as primer? This is black epoxy primer right here. It's kind of grayed in the weather, and see I sanded it a little bit too, so that took a lot of the shinier black off of the epoxy. But I can let the wheels go. It's got new tires, new wheels. But I'm just kicking around some ideas right now. Well, that's going to wrap up this little video. Just a few extra little snippets of things that I had done and I couldn't quite fit into the regular video. So I just wanted to kind of put them together and throw it out there. I hope you enjoyed it. But please remember to come back and see me. And I'll be here, good Lord willing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just hit that little button and you'll subscribe. You're really helping me out. I thank you a lot for watching, and I thank you for subscribing. So you come back to see me and I'll be here, good Lord willing, and I'll see you at the shop.